Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century, the Roswell incident. What really happened in the New Mexico desert back in 1947? Was it just a weather balloon or something far more extraordinary? Let's take a closer look. It all started in early July 1947. A rancher named W.W. Mac Brazel discovered some strange debris scattered across his property near Roswell. He described it as a collection of tinfoil, paper, tape, and rubber strips with sticks. Initially, he didn't think much of it. But a few days later, after hearing stories about flying discs, he decided to report his find to the local sheriff. This is where things get really interesting. The military from the nearby Roswell Army Airfield was called in to investigate. On July 8th, the base's public information officer, Walter Haut, issued a press release that stunned the world. It announced that the military had recovered a flying disc. The headline in the Roswell Daily Record screamed, "RAF captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region." The story went viral. But just as quickly as the story broke, it was shut down. The very next day, the military held a press conference. They completely changed their story, claiming the debris wasn't from a flying saucer at all. Instead, they presented material they identified as remnants of a high-altitude weather balloon. They even had the rancher, Mac Brazel, pose for photos with the supposed balloon wreckage, looking a bit uncomfortable. For most people at the time, that was the end of it. The story faded away, filed under silly season news. For about 30 years, Roswell was just a forgotten footnote. But then, in the late 1970s, interest in the case was reignited. Key witnesses who had remained silent for decades began to come forward with incredible new testimonies. People like Major Jesse Marcel, the intelligence officer who was first on the scene to collect the debris, stated in interviews that the material he handled was unlike anything he had ever seen. He described it as incredibly strong, lightweight, and covered in strange, hieroglyphic-like symbols. His story directly contradicted the official weather balloon explanation he had been ordered to support back in 1947. More and more people started talking. Former military personnel, Roswell residents, and even the local undertaker shared stories about unusual security measures, being sworn to secrecy, and even seeing non-human bodies being recovered from a separate crash site. These accounts painted a picture of a massive government cover-up designed to hide the truth about a crashed alien spacecraft and its crew. So, what are we to believe? The official story from the U.S. government has evolved. In the 1990s, they released new reports. They admitted the weather balloon story was a cover, but not for a UFO. They claimed the debris was actually from a top-secret military project called Project Mogul. This project used high-altitude balloons equipped with microphones to try and detect Soviet nuclear bomb tests. The strange symbols Marcel described? They were supposedly floral patterns on the tape used to assemble the balloons. And the stories of alien bodies? The Air Force explained those as likely being distorted memories of dummy drops from high-altitude parachute tests in the 1950s. But for many researchers and believers, these explanations just create more questions. Why the initial flying disc press release if it was a secret project? Why did so many witnesses, many of them respected military officers, risk their reputations to tell stories of unearthly materials and alien bodies? The discrepancies between the official narrative and the dozens of first-hand accounts are what keep the Roswell controversy alive and well. Today, Roswell, New Mexico, has embraced its extraterrestrial fame. It's home to a UFO museum and an annual festival that draws visitors from all over the world. Whether you believe it was a weather balloon, a secret spy project, or a genuine alien craft, one thing is certain. The events of July 1947 left a permanent mark on our culture and continue to fuel our fascination with the great unknown. What do you think really crashed in the desert? Let me know your theories down in the comments. I'd love to read them. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysteries. See you next time.